أحبك يا أخي وإليك شعري أزينه بأنفاس شذية. أحبك يا أخي وإليك شعري أزينه بأنفاس شذية. فكن دوما بقربي لست أدري بدونك ما الحياة أيا أخيّا. بدونك ما الحياة أيا أخيّا. وتربط منك رائحة زكية تذكرني بأيام شجية.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, all brothers and sisters, and I welcome you into the Ramadan classes, the first session this week. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your fast and accept your qiyamul layl and your recitation of the Quran, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to continue in the same way and better than what we did in the first day until the end of this month. With my introduction, and my introduction is related to this famous hadith. The hadith was narrated by Imam al-Tirmidhi, Imam Ahmad, and others from the hadith of Aisha radiallahu anha, al-Mu'mineen, the Prophet his wife, and she narrated that the Prophet said, خيركم خيركم لأهله وأنا خيركم لأهلي. So the meaning, as you can see, the best of you are the best to their families, and I am the best to my family. This hadith was not explained in the right way, and our people, our community, from brothers' side and sisters' side, they all the time explain the hadith in a wrong way, or maybe they take one part of it, let's say not the wrong way, they take one part of the hadith and explain it, emphasize on that, and they leave the rest of the hadith. So what you will be hearing when people are using this hadith, you'll find possibly maybe sisters, they're saying, quoting that to their husbands, خيركم خيركم لأهله وأنا خيركم لأهلي, and then mention after that how Rasulullah ﷺ used to help his wife by taking this and putting that and all of that, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is true, which is absolutely correct and true. However, that is not the meaning of the hadith. This is part of the meaning of the hadith. And you'll find also some brothers, they narrate this to other brothers, that you should be for those who are helping their wives and being with them all the time, changing the nappies and taking the children and having the bathing them and all of that, and they narrate this hadith proving that I should be supporting my wife as well in her work and in her housework. And it is, as I said, in general, I'm not against this. In general, this is correct and this is part of the hadith. But this hadith, it means more than that. So let me go to the meaning of hadith, as we said, and this is the best meaning. So you might have this hadith explained in a different way. The best meaning that you find this hadith is the best of you are the best to their families. So خيركم خيركم لأهله, the word ahl, it does not mean the wife, although one of the meaning of al-ahl is the wife, but in the Arabic language we have I know that we have this is an introduction only and we have a lot to cover today, but just trying to have an introduction to my topic. And the ahl, it's a bigger word in Arabic language, includes not just the wife, includes more than that. And why, when we explain the hadith, we explain the hadith as referring to the wife all the time. So it is better than to say the wife is use the word families, and I am the best to my family. We know the Prophet ﷺ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not give him a brother, did not give him a sister. We know that he's got brothers and sisters from breastfeeding. Of course, we know the Prophet ﷺ, he was born as an orphan. His father passed away, so he did not get the chance to show to the people how we should deal with our parents, with our father, and the mother died while he was still young, below the age of the bulugh, the maturity, and also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hikmah from him, that he will grew up with his rest of the family, uncle, grandfather, who is considered as to be a father, and then later on as an uncle. And all of that, there is a hikmah behind it. Possibly the hikmah is, there are many wisdoms behind that. Possibly if Rasulullah continued, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already decided, already prepared for him to be the prophet when he gets the age of 40. Imagine if he had a big number of brothers and sisters like any other families, like his uncles, other uncles, then the disbelievers or the believers who are going to believe in him, they might find it difficult of dealing. He's going to do that because of his family, because he's that, because of his family. So there'll be those so many reasons, and this is possibly the reason that one of the wisdom that can stand out of that the Prophet ﷺ did not have any brothers and sisters from his own blood. Okay, so what should we understand with this hadith? What are the other parts of the family should it be included in here? I have We have to include here, which is, as you said, it is the marriage, with the life, or the relation between the husband and wife, and that start before you get married. It's the start. This the start of this is your mom and dad. How your mom and dad they got married, and how the relation between each other. So start with this. So that's from start, because we have the relation between Adam and Hawa starts from there, and then they have a children and continue with that. So for us, I look into my parents, and my parents they look into their parents, or I look to my grandparents, I look into that. So this is how it starts. So I'm not in this course, I'm not going to talk about this relation. This is completely a different relation. It's a great relation, but it requires a lot and a longer course to talk about it. So we're not covering this part of the course. And the second point can be included in this hadith is parenting, and that is the relation of the parents, how they should, or how should they treat and bring up their children. And that is parenting. That is also a great and big topic. We're not talking about it in here. So please remember, in the course we're not talking about the marriage life, we're not talking about parenting, how the mom and dad should look after and how should bring up their children. In fact, we're looking for the third one, which is, it's difficult to find a name for it, the right name. So I call it a family. It's really a family. That is the real meaning of the family. And it is the brother, it is the sister, it is the father, and it is the mother. And those who are married, and the children, whether if they are married, they are living outside, or they're still single, they are adult, older, mature boy and girls, or they are young, still young children. And but the relation is here: the brother with his brother, the sister with the sister with her sister, the brother with his sister, the sister with her brother, and these two, the brother and sister, with their mom, and that's the father and the mother, both of them. So this is what we'll be looking into in this course. Now, before I go into any further, let's go through some realities. It is good that to have someone to shake you up and make you awake, and we say in Arabic, to hit you on your head. It might be dangerous, but just a tap on your head, wake you up, basically, to wake you up. Someone to wake you up and give you some realities and make you aware of what is there. The first reality that we need to be aware of it, and to be to open our eyes, and it's a fact, and it's there. It is every family. I'm saying every family here has its own problems. I'm not saying here, you might say, oh, that is, you're exaggerating. It should be most of the families. No, every family, including the family of the Prophet ﷺ, he had an issue with his wives. So there are an issue here and there. It's a problem. It's an issue. Whether it's a great one, whether it's a minor one, it's an issue there. And that issue has to be sorted. So every family, every family in our Muslim world, in our Muslim community, has its own type of problems. And problems to do with the relation between a wife and husband, or a problem to do between the boy, the son with his father, the son with his mother, the son with his sister, or the other way around, the sister with her brother, the sister with her father, the sister with her mother, and or the sister with just the siblings towards each other. So we have problems. It's not this the problem. The problem that the second one, some of us, some people, some of the our Muslim community do not want to acknowledge that there is or they have a problem in their family, in their relationship with the father, with the mother, with the following, the other siblings, whether brothers or sisters. This is a greater than the first one. It is a fact, it's a reality, and the reality here, there are some of us who are living their life and they don't want even to acknowledge that. Acknowledging that will help you a lot. I'm going to ask you a question. If you are sick, if you are sick, and if you did not, like nowadays we have the coronavirus, and the science and the doctors and those are people, the health authorities everywhere in every country trying to find a treatment. If you are sick and if you have a problem, if you don't know, if you don't know the treatment, how are you going to cure yourself? How would you cure yourself if you really don't know that the treatment? So first, steps comes after step. First, that you need to acknowledge that you have a problem. After having the problem, that you need to find a treatment. And if you don't look and find a treatment, you're not going to cure yourself. You're not going to fix the problem. The problem will continue. The problem will remain in there and will stay in there. As if someone has got a wound and a problem in his hand, in his arm, in his head, a part of the body, and abandoning that, leaving that, ignoring that wound. And a time goes, and that wound gets infected, and after the infection will be taken to the hospital. After taking to the hospital, they might cut your finger, they might cut your leg, they might cut this, they might get that, they might minimum to stay in the hospital for a number of days. A minimum of that, you're going to be aware of your own life, and you'll be taking a lot of medicine. So that is what's going to happen, and you don't want to be in that situation. And furthermore, maybe also that wound and that sickness will remain on you, and you live your life with it as if, with full, I'm sure maybe with us, some brothers and sisters who has got some disability, some test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they live with it as part of their life, and they're getting the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because that's how Allah created them, or Allah tested them. But you have a situation there. You need to create a treatment for it. You need to have a solution for it. And if you live with it as it is there, it is part of my life. Please switch your camera off, please. Keep your camera off, please, the one who joined now. And we said follow the rules, everyone. Keep your camera stop and the sound muted, please.
Sister, if you could just put you're showing your camera, can you? That's it, thank you.
I'm going to say it again to everyone, please, when you join, and it's not the first time, I don't think the community first time that joining the Zoom, so everyone is joining that. So and having classes before, at least the Jummah speech. When you do that, we send a message and we said, follow the rules, please. Keep your camera stopped, not on, and you mute the mic. Okay. So I was saying that this issue, it might continue with some people, and continue, it will be in part of their life, and that's not true. That's not good. That's not good. You have problem with your dad and you live with your life, and you're not acknowledging that, and you're not trying to find solution for it, and it is part of your life. Your friends knows that, your wife knows that, your colleagues knows that, and maybe even non-Muslim colleagues at work knows that you have problem with you, and you're living with it. That's not good. Or a problem with your brother, a problem with your sister, a problem with your mom. That is not good. That's not right. That's Islam. You're a Muslim. You should find a treatment for that. In the same way as you're going to find a treatment for your sickness. So these are some realities. I hope that I open your eyes for something that very, very important to make you aware of that. So therefore, because of that, Science School of Arabic Islamic Studies, we made a course and we put things together and we call it Stronger With You. And that you might say, because some people, they might say, sometimes we, in our old courses, we do send some information explaining what you expect from the course. So I hope that everyone, what you expect from the course, what you see in this flyer. So we're going to talk about how the relation will be stronger with you. Who's you here? I'm going to make my relation stronger with you, my brother. I'm going to make my relation stronger with you, my sister. I'm going to make my relationship in my family stronger with you, my father. I'm going to make my relationship stronger with you, my relationship in the family stronger with you, my mother. So we made for each part of this family one day, and we're going to talk about the first one, the first session today, inshallah. So today it is the Saturday, 25th of April. We're going to cover that, inshallah. Our second day of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it blessed upon us and all of you, inshallah. So the course, what you're going to be seeing, inshallah, it is my strength and my pillar. So my brother, really, another name, another thing that you need to consider when you look to your brother, whether you're a sister, who's going to say to a person, a brother? Now we're talking about this today. This a person, this is Ali, Khalid, Muhammad, whoever in there, who is going to call him in this world here, in this world, from the people who are living, from people having communication with you and relation with you, who is there is going to call this person brother? Father, he's not going to call you brother. Father is going to call you son. Mother is not going to call you brother. Mother is going to call you son. And people are outside, yes, they call you bro or brother, but that is just a word. Who's going to call you brother with the full meaning of the word brother, akhi? With the full meaning of that is two people in this world. Only two people, no more. Your brothers, whether full brothers, blood brothers, or half brothers. And your sisters, or a sister, or half sister, whether full sister, blood sister, or half sister. Okay, mother side or father side. So these are the only two people is going to call you brother. So remember this: if you are already a brother for a brother, or if you are a brother for a sister, then please pay attention to every single point that we're going to reflect upon it today, inshallah ta'ala. If you are not, then remember, maybe you are going to get married, or remember that maybe you have a son and daughter, and that will be helpful and be good for you, for your son and daughter, because they are brother and sister, and you are the guardian. Okay. Our objectives for this evening, inshallah ta'ala, I will be sharing with you reflection upon some stories. I'm going to share with you some stories and reflect upon these stories. And also after that, we're going to have conclusions. They are very important. The start and the end, very important. I know some of you maybe get tired and they leave the talk. It's up to you. As I did mention in my notes, I'm going to continue until the end and cover all the points. And that's why I request the sisters and the brothers who are cooking for today to do that earlier, so it will be easier for them to continue with the lesson, inshallah ta'ala. And then we're going to have learn some lessons to learn and implement in our life, and that is our really targets for us in this month and the rest of our life, inshallah. So the first reflection, so all what I have are stories, real stories. From these real stories, we're going to see how that is matching, and how can we all brothers and sisters, we're going to benefit from this. My first reflection is upon a story, and I titled this story by Admit Your Abilities. We, as brothers and sisters in our families, we don't want to admit our abilities. I want to show in front of my brothers, I can do everything. I am the man. I am the boy. My father is boy. I can do everything. My mother is boy. I can do everything. Or just in front of your sisters, sometimes you want to show that you are the man. You don't want to admit that you can't do certain things. You don't want to admit that, look, you might be better than me. You can do it, my sister or my brother. So all the time, that is masculine, so that for feeling that you are a rajul, and not that is maybe with you, with the others, maybe with your brother, you don't want to stop down and to feel, to make your brother that, yeah, he knows better than me and he is good than me. And that is a big mistake. Starting from here, my points are not in order, brothers and sisters, and we are learning them. We are going from different fields or different feeds, inshallah, to learn that. So you need to admit your abilities. Everyone, each one of us, we know our abilities. We know how much we have. And don't take and don't do things that beyond your abilities. And if from the other side, also you ask your brother for help, because he's not admitting and you're not admitting. Ask, make him feel that you have this ability, and can you help me with that? I really want you to be with me. I really want you to be the person for this project or that thing or this or that. And we have so many things in our life. Sometimes in our culture, sometimes when we go and seek hand, or like asking the hand of a girl, we go as a family. Why you don't take the brother with you? Our brothers are very important members in the family. They should be there. And sometimes when we do a great job, an important job, we don't want to admit that. So my story is, it is between Musa and Harun, and that is from Surah Al-Qasas. That's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, quoting Musa alayhi salam, Musa Kalimullah. Musa, the one was chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's a Nabi. He's not Ahmad or Ali or Khalid. Someone is just a brother. He's a Kalimullah. He was chosen as a Nabi, as a prophet to Bani Israel. In fact, he's the best ever prophet for Bani Israel after Ibrahim alayhi salam. So Allah quoted him saying, and he said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَأَخِي هَارُونَ هو أفصح مني لسانا فأرسله معي يرد أن يصدقني إني أخاف أن يكذبون. He requested Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after he made him a prophet, after he chose him as a prophet to Bani Israel, Musa alayhi salam, he asked Allah, he made a shafa'ah, intercession, he made a request to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Akhi, look the beauty of this word, Akhi, my brother, Akhi. And he mentioned the name after that. Although we know from the history how Musa has one brother only, and that is Harun. So he said, Akhi. He could have said, Akhi huwa afsahu minni. But Allah said, Akhi Harun. See the beauty how comes from the tongue of Musa, requesting Allah, begging Allah, requesting Allah. Musa admitted his ability. He said here, Akhi Harun, my brother Harun, huwa afsahu minni lisanan. He is more better in terms of the tongue, in terms of influence. He's more stronger. He's more better than me. His tongue is better than me. We don't need to know the reason. I know some of you maybe knows the tafsir of the ayat and goes into more deep. Let's take what we need to take from the ayah. We know Musa has been affected in his tongue, and there is this and this that. Let's leave all that on the side. Now, he requested Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have his brother as a Nabi with him, taking and sharing this particular role of prophecy, and the being with him, and taking the responsibility of passing the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the others. All of that, Musa admitted his ability. He said, Huwa afsahu minni lisanan. He is better than me in his tongue. Why we don't do the same thing? Are you better than Musa? Are you better than Harun? You're not. None of us here in this room, in this class, will be better than Musa alayhi salam. He's a Nabi. He was chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He could have continued with his da'wah, with his inviting people to the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you know what? I'll ask Musa, come with me. He invited Musa to come and be with me, but I don't need to ask Allah to make him a Nabi with me. But he went and he supplicated to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, look, Allah knows already that he is better than me. He is more fluent, and he more will have more influence than me in tongue, and that is more important for affecting and making dawah to Bani Israel. So really, it's something that you need to consider it, my dear brother and my dear sister, and that's something very, very important. If you do that, you're going to minimize a lot of problems in your life. Okay. Second reflection. It is from the story of Musa and Harun. Again, I gave a title here to this: who better than your brother? Do you think that there are people outside there who are better than your brother? You may say yes. And that is, if you say to me they are based on the religion, my brother is not practicing the religion, my brother, he is disobeying Allah day and night, possibly, but he's still your brother, we can fix that. But if your brother is practicing, if you are all good Muslim family, there's no one there you will find him better than your brother. You might have friends here and there, and you think these friends they get to be with you. Yes, there are some friends who are really very pure and clean friends, who are, you made them and they made you for the sake of Allah. They did not make you for the sake of dunya or for the sake of any other reasons. Then I might say, I might agree with you. But in general, who better than your brother? Now, uh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala quoted Musa alayhi salam saying, he said, وَاجْعَلْ لِي وَزِيرًا مِّنْ أَهْلِي هَارُونَ أَخِي. In a similar context, as we said earlier, when he requested Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make his brother as a Nabi with him. And in there, he admitted his ability. But here, he requested more help. He wanted someone to be with him. And I would not find better than my brother. I need someone to run my company with me. I will not get to find better than my brother. I need someone to consult. I will not get to find better than my brother. I need someone to talk to. I will not get to find better than my brother. I'm looking for someone to 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 express my feeling inside, to take out my pain from my heart. I will not get to find better than my brother. I'm talking here the good brother. Okay, so take it in that way. We know that brothers are different levels. Harun alayhi salam said to Allah, وَجْعَلْ لِي وَزِيرًا مِّنْ أَهْلِي. Make for me, O Allah, appoint and make for me a wazir, a minister from my family, not from outside. He asked Allah from my family. I want him from my family. And then he mentioned specifically, he said, Harun akhi, my brother Harun. He mentioned specifically because my ahl, it might be his sister, it might be his father, it might be his cousin, might be from his extended family. That's all related to a family. But here he's saying Haruna akhi. And then look what he's going to use him for. And these areas that what you need to consider when you need to ask help. Ushdud bihi azri. It means support me by having him with me. When I am there, I have a backup. I have someone there. You sometimes you are out there. You're going to what? You're going to have a shopping. Maybe nowadays you're going to have a shopping, or you're going to have maybe, let's say, some building work or some gardening work or this and that. Maybe you want to enjoy it. Why you don't ask help from your own brother? Enjoy it with him. There's no better than him. You know, I'll tell you something. If you get somebody else from outside, one day they will count it for you as a favor. And when they count for you as a favor, next time you get to make it for them. But a brother is a brother. At the end, you are my brother. You're going to help me. Whether you count it as a favor or not, you're going to help me. You are with me. Who are going to find if I need someone to support me? If someone is going to attack me? If someone is going to harm me? There is no one there for me like my brother. وَأَشْرِكْهُ فِي أَمْرِي. And here we come into the similar to the previous ayah. أَشْرِكْهُ فِي أَمْرِي means make him sharik, make him as a partner in my matter, which is the nubuwah, the prophecy. Make him with me. Kay, and all of that, so we can be stronger, and that is stronger with you, my brother. I'm stronger with you. كَيْ نُسَبِّحَكَ كَثِيرًا. So we together, we will make tasbih, we will glorify you more, O Allah. So when you have your brother, you can achieve better, and you can be more stronger, and you can do better. No one will come and attack you. In Jahiliyyah time, in Jahiliyyah time, in old days, when they see a Jahili person, Abu Lahab, Abu Jahl, and all of that, why they intend to get married to so many women? Why they intend to get married to have bigger families, and especially males? Because when you have the males in there, the brothers, you line them in front of you like an army. No one can come and harm you. No one can say anything to you. And whenever you need the help, whenever you need the support, they are there for you. Even if I think about marriage, if I think about families, if you are cut off, you have no family in there, you're looking for someone to marry your daughter, you're looking for someone for your son to marry someone, well, you're not going to find them. But you have brothers and you have sisters here and there, and these are the people, you need them around you so you can help yourself with them. Okay. كي نسبحك كثيرا, will be stronger with you. I'll be stronger with you, my brother. So we will make tasbih, glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more. وَنَذْكُرَكَ كَثِيرًا, we will remember you more. When I forgot, I have my brothers going to remind me. When my brother forgets, I will remind him. My sister there, if she forgets, I'm going to remind her, because she says to me brother as well. Okay, so for her, she needs me as well. We're going to talk about sister, inshallah, next week. إِنَّكَ كُنْتَ بِنَا بَصِيرًا. So I hope this reflection upon this ayah, it makes a little bit, opens your eyes, my dear brother, my dear sister. And I think if we consider that, it will be, as I said earlier, minimize a little bit or a lot of your problems with your family, with your brother, and those sisters with their brothers.
أحبك يا أخي وإليك شعري أزينه بأنفاس شذية. أحبك يا أخي وإليك شعري أزينه بأنفاس شذية. فكن دوما بقربي لست أدري بدونك ما الحياة أيا أخي. بدونك ما الحياة أيا أخي. وتركت منك